Hello, good morning everybody. It is Monday the 17th of November today, and I've got 2 hours of Greek and then I have a supervision at Selwyn College, and it is quite late so I do need to run off. I'm just going to pop my coat on and then we'll be off. Hey guys, it's the last day of week 6 today, which is a Wednesday because the Cambridge week begins on a Thursday for some historical reason probably that I don't know. I've just cycled back from my lecture, hence why my hands are pink, which is lovely, and I shall take that as a reminder that I should start wearing gloves to cycle. It's currently just after 2 because my lecture finished at 2, and it's about a 5-minute cycle if I don't have to wait for traffic lights or people crossing the road. So I am going to now cook lunch. I've had lunch, which I didn't record because I was famished. Today's lecture was on the anthropology of religion. The paper is called Understanding Contemporary Religion, and what we did today in today's lecture was on what my supervision on Monday that I struggled with was about. It was about Weber and Assad and like their conflict between how they define religion. So it was nice to have those ideas further clarified in the lecture. And now I'm going to do some more contemporary religion reading. I'm on marks at the moment and I still have 5 more works to read for the essay on Sunday. So I should get started on that. Here's my lunch, which is admittedly not the best looking thing ever, but it is to me. There's avocado, teriyaki chicken, rice, peas, and spring onions. And speaking of spring onions, I may as well show you my spring onions which I have growing on my windowsill. Here they are. I've just got them in old bottles and also a former bubble tea cup. and I've been using them and trying to prove to myself that I'm responsible enough to take care of growing things. Hello, it's Saturday and I just got back from cycling to the grocery store. I've had the most bizarre luck this week with losing things and then finding them again, because the temperature has drastically fallen from last week, and I previously had a system of, I'll show you, in my college puffer jacket. In my puffer jacket, my Maudlin jacket, there are two outside pockets and then an inside pocket, and I had a system of what goes in each pocket, but because it's been so cold I haven't wanted to unbutton my jacket, or I haven't wanted to unzip my jacket. So I've been keeping everything in the outer two, and then that's kind of messed up my system. So I've been dropping things like my headphone adapter and my gloves, and I dropped my headphone adapter on Tuesday and only realised Tuesday night, so I didn't want to go look for it. But then the next day I go out to my bike and I just see that it's laying there, and I'll insert a photo of it. It was just laying there. And then yesterday, I thought that I'd lost my glove, but then today when I went down the stairs to go to my bike to go to the grocery store, it was just laying there on the floor of the lobby. So perhaps it's divine providence. Hello everyone, it's now the evening and I've effectively finished my essay. I spent about 5 hours straight this afternoon in the library just writing it up, because I find I'm most effective at writing when I just do the whole essay all at once. I just need to finish up the referencing and do some proofreading tomorrow. This week's question was, does religion transcend matter? So when I first read the question I didn't expect it to go into economics, but it did, which was a bit challenging because I've never touched economics before. So I hope that I have read Marx properly, because we were reading Marx's Capital. And then we also had some ethnographies, which are like the scientific description of like people, place in certain places and in certain cultures. I'll probably do one more read of my essay tonight and then finish up the night with some Greek vocab. Will I ever be under the word count? It's supposed to be 2,000 words, and I haven't even written in the titles of books properly and done referencing. The word count's going down. At least it's easier to cut out words than add more. It's 3 p.m. and I submitted my essay 3 hours before the deadline, which is very early for me. Hopefully the feedback is better than it was last week, where I got told that it was a mixed essay, which isn't bad per se, but it's not ideal. I ended up only being 200 words over the word count, which is 10% of 2,000, so hopefully it's fine. In the first introductory lecture to my course, the lecturer, he was giving advice about how to perform during the year, and he drew an analogy about being under the word count with how people who load luggage onto planes shouldn't lift too much because otherwise it will hurt their backs. So that's why there's a weight limit on luggage. And likewise, we need to be nice to our supervisors to stay healthy. So we should stay under the word count so that they don't have extra work reading extra words. So I hope my supervisor is healthy, despite me going 200 words over the word count. I just had a meeting with the Sustainable Committee, which is part of the Cambridge University Environmental Consulting Society, which I'm part of. And we were just discussing the strategies that we're going to use for the Mabels this year, to suggest to the committees the frameworks that they should use to try to be more sustainable. And I'm doing an online tutoring session at 6. But other than that, today should be relaxed now that my essay's gone off.